Alright, what's up guys, it's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice slash MK Q&A video. And I do have a lot more Injustice questions this time around compared to last Q&A, but what I decided to do for this Q&A, normally I take the questions from the comment section of the video, which I still am from the previous Q&A, but I actually got some Twitter questions. Wanted to get the folks on Twitter involved here because I'm always tweeting, I'm always on Twitter. So if you guys do want to talk to me or interact with me in any way, just tweet me, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff, because I'm literally always on Twitter whenever I'm up. So here we go. Let's start off with these Twitter questions. I got a ton of questions, so thank you guys so much. And I'm just going to try to get through as many as I can. All right, so Kyle asks, would you be happy with Deathstroke in MK11? Now, it's funny that he says this because, by the way, yes, I would be very, very happy if a character like Deathstroke, who is very, very, precise in assassinations, it would fit perfectly for Mortal Kombat. So, yes, a character like Deathstroke would actually work in a violent game like Mortal Kombat, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of DC characters, especially like the superheroes, can't really make it into a game like MK as far as like guest characters, because there's no way that there could be a fatality done on a character like Superman or Batman. There's just no way DC would ever allow that to happen. But some of the villains, some of the more violent ones, like Joker, like Deathstroke, it would fit perfectly. And like I mentioned, funny you should say that, because there's actually someone who follows me on Twitter. I'm sorry, your name has eluded my mind at the moment, but he actually attended the panel, the Mortal Kombat 25-year anniversary panel at New York Comic Con, and this question was asked about potentially having DC characters as guest characters for Mortal Kombat. And one of the guys who was at the panel, one of the, I don't remember if it was Ed Boon. I don't think it was Ed Boon. It was one of the main guys at NetherRealm, and he said that Deathstroke and Joker would be his picks if he could have a DC character make it into a Mortal Kombat game as a guest character. So yeah, Deathstroke is up there for sure. All right, that Drew dude asked, if you could make a patch for Injustice 2, what are some of the top things you would change? I'm not sure about like gameplay or character specific changes. I would definitely buff Joker. I don't know how they would buff him. Maybe speed up his some of his attacks and have them actually work as actual mids. Like sometimes Joker has really good buttons, like his stand 3, his stand 2, both mids. But there's times where a character will go under that mid, making it not a true mid. Also change the hitbox on his jump 2. It's supposed to be like, sometimes it's as good as Batman's jump 2. It's just the hitbox on that jump in really, really sucks. So if Batman can have a broken jump 2, why not give Joker a nice little broken jump 2 as well? Also, maybe speed up his trait, or have his trait be cancelable. You know what I mean? Like when you use his haha trait, maybe you could cancel it with a special move, so it like cuts the recovery time in like half. If you could cancel it into his regular gunshot or something like that. Those are just some ideas. I don't know. I'm not really good. I'll probably make a broken ass game if I ever had to, actually make changes. But one thing that I would change is maybe have a new feature to the game to make it more offensive, like Guilty Gear. If you walk back too much, you actually start losing meter. That's a feature in Guilty Gear to make the game more fast-paced, more offensive, more fun. And Injustice definitely needs something like that, because you guys know I joke around about it, but it's actually a thing that's very, very, apparent whenever you watch Injustice, the walk back, walk back, walk back. So if they would add a feature like Guilty Gear where you would actually get penalized if you walk back too much, and you spend all game walking back by losing a little bit of meter and your meter drains, that would be awesome, because it would make players play more offensive instead of just walking back, walking back, walking back, which is probably the best strategy in Injustice 2, no matter what character you're playing. So moving on here, Alex asks, any other games that you play besides fighting games? Not really, not at the moment. I do like FPS games. I was very, very addicted to Overwatch for a long time. Just haven't got a chance to play it in a while. I do like Call of Duty, or I used to like Call of Duty. I still like Call of Duty. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't like it, but I like the old school CODs. You know, going back from after Advanced Warfare, I stopped, you know, really caring about the franchise. So I just like from Ghost and you know, behind, like Ghost, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1. Those games are the ones that I like. But at the moment, I'm not really playing any other games. Most of the time is spent, you know, playing Marvel Infinite and Injustice. And of course, soon, early next year, we're gonna get Dragon Ball FighterZ. So there's just too many fighting games to play at the moment for me to focus on, you know, some other games. Aid asks, do you have any plans to go back to Injustice 1 so you can compare the gameplay changes? Not really, because I already did a video like that. Injustice 1 is just like Injustice 2, but a worse version. Or flip it around. Injustice 2 is just a way better version of Injustice 1. It's exactly the same game. It's just improved. The walk speed is improved. The dashing is improved. You don't feel like you're playing on mud, but everything else is literally the same. Just improved graphics. But Injustice 2 was supposed to be a legacy game. That's why a lot of characters retain their same playstyle, because it's supposed to be a legacy game. You know, meaning the players who played Injustice 1 were going to feel very comfortable playing those same characters, because the game is pretty much the same. It's just improved in every single way, like literally every single way. So I already did that after the Injustice 2 beta. I like went back to play Injustice 1, and it just, you know, felt like I was playing on mud. Alright, so Gamer Kid asks, is Spawn better for MK11 or Injustice? 100% Spawn is better for a Mortal Kombat game. 150%. Just make up a number. Spawn is better for MK11. That's why I'm kind of hoping for Spawn not to be a guest character in Injustice 2, because if NetherRealm does get the rights to use Spawn, I feel like it wouldn't be a waste, you know, obviously, because Injustice 2 has a gear system. That's like one of the big attractions for me in wanting Spawn, because Spawn has so many different looks across his, you know, comic book history, that the gear system would be really, really cool for Spawn. But as far as gameplay wise and using Spawn to his full potential, he would fit so much better in a Mortal Kombat game. That's why everyone wanted him in MKX. So I'm holding out hope that maybe you know, they don't use Spawn in Injustice 2 and they have him as a guest character for MK11. So moving on now to Donnie. He asks, do you think Neo or Terminator could be the huge surprise for Fighter Pack 3? Now, I watched Dynasty's video talking about the potential of having Terminator as a DLC character, and he made a lot of really, really good points. It actually kind of got me excited to potentially have Terminator be a guest character for Injustice 2. One other thing that would be awesome, if you know, I just came up with this right now. Another thing that would be awesome, since they did fit in a premiere skin with each fighter pack, it would be really cool if Terminator is like the huge surprise. By the way, that would definitely be a huge surprise, right? It would be a huge, huge, huge surprise. I don't think it would be the biggest surprise of all time. You know, those words might be a little exaggerated by Ed Boon, but it would definitely be a bigger surprise than Hellboy. But something cool that they could do is they could actually have a Cyborg Superman premiere skin, because it would make sense having, you know, packaging like the Terminator with a Cyborg Superman skin. But then, you know, Superman would have two premiere skins, and even though I would absolutely love it, I don't think a lot of people would like that, that Superman has two premiere skins. He would join the Flash as being the only other character with two premiere skins. You know, of course, Flash having Reverse Flash and Jay Garrick. I would actually really, really love a Cyborg Superman costume, because that was actually my favorite Superman costume to use in Injustice 1 when I went back to that game and I was trying to learn the mechanics of Injustice. Cyborg Superman was my favorite costume to use. So to me, it would be awesome to have a Cyborg Superman packaged along with Terminator for Fighter Pack 3. And as far as Neo, yeah, Neo's one of those other characters that has been highly requested in a NetherRealm game, and I think Neo would have, you know, crazy interesting gameplay. And one other thing that not too many people are talking about that I saw in, you know, one of Ed Boon's interviews was he said that there's a fighter in Fighter Pack number 3, it's probably like the big surprise one, that he said that, you know, that fighter's gameplay is going to be unique to any fighting game. Like, it's brand new to a fighting game, that character in Fighter Pack 3. He didn't say if it was like the big surprise character, but I'm assuming it probably is. But regardless, if this, you know, guest character would be Neo, it would be really cool, and I think they could do a lot with him to make him play unique. And it might be the character that he's talking about as far as having like their gameplay be something that you haven't seen in a fighting game before. That's what Ed Boon said in an interview about this, you know, character in Fighter Pack 3. Their gameplay is going to be unique to, you know, any fighting game, or to it's going to be a unique gameplay that has never been seen before in a fighting game. So that could potentially be, you know, someone like Neo or someone like Terminator. So yeah, I think they definitely have a chance to be a character in Fighter Pack 3. Let's see. Musa Risk asks, since Injustice 2 has since Injustice 2 has 2 Mortal Kombat characters, would you think it would be fair if MK11 should have 2 DC characters? And it would definitely be fair, and it would be cool as well, because there's a lot of you know, interesting characters from the DC roster that they could put into a game like Injustice 2, more, you know, specifically like Joker and Deathstroke, like I talked about. If those 2 characters were guests in Mortal Kombat 11, I think a lot of people would be very, very happy about that. So yeah, I think it definitely would be fair for that to happen. Cody asked, who do you think is the most brainless character in Injustice 2? Well, it would be easy to pick Deadshot, because, you know, all you got to do is walk back, and then do his regular back forward 1, which is his wrist cannon, and then you do his low rifle a couple times, you meter burn it, rinse and repeat, right? It'll be very easy to go with him, but I'll probably say that one of the most brain dead characters is the character that I use, Superman. Superman is actually very, very, very easy to use. You know, you could call it brain dead. Forward 2-3, forward 2-3, forward 2-3, breath, and you know, space your forward 2 correctly. That's at least you have to think a little bit with Soup, right? You could do forward 2-3, forward 2-3, forward 2-3, but if you miss on forward 2-3, you're gonna get whiff punished. But at least you have to think about, you know, what spacing do I have to be to actually connect forward 2-3 in case my opponent, you know, misses one of his attacks, so I could punish him. But regardless, I think Superman is definitely, you know, one of the easiest, if not the easiest character to use. So let's see, where are we at? All right, Tyshawn asks, what character do you hate the most in Injustice 2? Well, I don't hate this character because of the actual character. I just hate I hate playing this character. I don't hate the character, I just hate playing this character. And of course, I'm talking about Green Arrow, because he has so many options to walk back and use his arrows. The fire arrows knock you down. They do so much chip. They do so much damage. They're amazing. And he even has a move that literally sends him like hopping backwards while he's shooting a projectile. Like, he's just so annoying to play against. So that's a character that I hate the most, but it's not because of the character, it's just I hate playing him. Alright, let's move on here to the final question, because this video is already almost 15 minutes long, but I'm happy I got through a bunch of questions. Alright, Killzy with the final question. I still have a lot more, but I'm going to save it for the next Q&A. And there's one specific question here that I might save and make an actual like video just based off this question, because it has to do with the secret character for Fighter Pack 3. That's going to be, you know, a huge shocker. So this final question, just final question of the video. Who is my favorite DLC character to play? This is a hard one to answer because I love playing Starfire, I love playing Sub-Zero, and I love playing Raiden more so now in Injustice. I never have liked playing Raiden in a Mortal Kombat game. I don't know why, but I had a lot of fun playing Raiden and Black Lightning. But the one character that, in my opinion, by far has the most fun gameplay is Black Manta, as far as like the DLC characters, because Black Manta has the fly on fly combos. You could get, you know, pretty creative, not like ultra creative, but you can have some creativity with your combos, and you know, the jetpacks and the flying, unflying, especially in the corner. He has the rockets, he has the teleport, he has just really cool looking gameplay. So Black Manta is my favorite DLC character to play. So that's going to be the end of today's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.